Drum of Ibegwu's Judgment. In a small village nestled deep in the heart of Igala land, there lived a woman named Unekwu. Her beauty was legendary among the Igala people, but so was her reputation for causing trouble. Unekwu was married to Ocheje, a skilled hunter who worked hard to provide for their family, but she was never satisfied. Unekwu came from a respected family in the Igala tribe. Her father was a well-known farmer, and her mother was known for her skill in weaving beautiful cloths. But Unekwu was different. While other women in the village worked hard and respected their husbands, she spent her days looking for excitement and attention. Ocheje was a patient man. He loved Unekwu deeply and tried to make her happy. He would bring home the best game from his hunting trips, build her a comfortable home, and provide her with everything she could want. But Unekwu's heart was restless. The first signs of trouble came during the annual harvest festival. While the Igala people were celebrating and giving thanks for a good crop, Unekwu caught the eye of a young trader who had come to the village. That night, when everyone was dancing and enjoying themselves, Unekwu slipped away with the trader. Word travels fast in a small village, and soon everyone knew about Unekwu's betrayal. Her husband was humiliated. The elders of the Igala tribe began to talk. This was not just a personal matter anymore, it was becoming a threat to the entire community. As months passed, Unekwu became bolder. She would meet men in secret, sometimes even in broad daylight. The village began to change. Wives became suspicious of their husbands, and husbands became angry and worried. The peace of the Igala community was at risk. Ocheje tried everything. He spoke to Unekwu softly, then firmly. He brought her gifts. He tried to understand why she was so unhappy. But nothing worked. Unekwu seemed to enjoy the pain she was causing, the attention she was getting. The village elders watched carefully. In Igala culture, a woman's behavior was not just her own business. It affected the entire community. They knew something had to be done. It was the eldest of the village, a man named Atadoga, who suggested consulting the Drum of Ibegwu. This was not a decision taken lightly. The Drum of Ibegwu was sacred. It was more than just an instrument. It was a connection to the ancestors, a tool of ultimate justice. The drum was kept in a special grove, away from the village. Only a few chosen people knew its exact location. It was said that the drum could speak the truth, could judge without mercy, and could punish those who threatened the community's harmony. Atadoga called a meeting of the most respected elders. They discussed Unekwu's behavior for hours. Some wanted to simply cast her out of the village. Others believed in giving her one more chance. But all agreed that the Drum of Ibegwu would have the final say. As the full moon approached, preparations began. The drum keeper, an old man named Ogbadu, began the sacred preparations. He cleaned the drum with special herbs, sang ancient songs, and prepared for the ritual of judgment. Unekwu knew something was happening. The village had grown quiet. People looked at her differently. Her husband stopped trying to talk to her. She felt a sense of fear growing inside her, but she tried to push it away. On the night of the full moon, a messenger came to Unekwu's home. She was to come to the sacred grove immediately. No explanation was given, no argument was allowed. As Unekwu walked to the grove, she noticed how the night seemed different. The trees looked darker, the sounds of insects seemed louder. She could feel eyes watching her from every direction. The grove was prepared. A circle of elders sat in complete silence. At the center stood the Drum of Ibegwu, a magnificent instrument that seemed to glow in the moonlight. Its surface was decorated with ancient symbols, each telling a story of justice and punishment. Ogbadu, the drum keeper, stood beside the drum. His eyes were like two burning coals, looking right through Unekwu. "You have been called to face judgment," he said simply. Unekwu tried to speak, but no words came out. She looked around, hoping for someone to help her, to speak for her, but the elders remained silent. The ritual began. Ogbadu started to beat the drum slowly. Each beat seemed to carry a message, a warning. The sound was deep and powerful, filling the grove with a sense of ancient wisdom. As the drum's rhythm increased, something strange began to happen. Unekwu felt a weight pressing down on her. Her legs grew weak. The drum's sound seemed to be telling her entire life story. Every lie, every betrayal, every moment of selfishness. The final beat was thunderous. It was like the sound of judgment itself. Unekwu collapsed. When the morning came, she was found dead. No marks were on her body, no sign of violence, but she was gone. The Igala people understood. The Drum of Ibegwu had spoken. Justice had been served. From that day forward, the story of Unekwu was told to young women in the village. It was a reminder of the importance of community, of respect, of keeping the delicate balance of village life. The Drum of Ibegwu remained in its grove, silent but powerful, a guardian of the Igala people's way of life. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and click the notification button to get the next episode from Best African Folktales Today.